What is up, everybody? Welcome to the drone show. Got a little battle for you today. Call it the Duke Out. That's what I'll call it. I got some stones that are going to duke it out with each other. If you saw the thumbnail, you already know. But put you over here to the GoPro. I'm going to duke out this King, and I was going to go my King Deluxe 1000, but I decided a lot more people, a lot more people just getting started and stuff may get this combo set, which you'll see it all over Amazon in this package right here. This is the KW65 1000 6000 combo. It's the exact same thing as the KDS, which I have over there, and I could show you real quick. It's the exact same thing, it's just smaller. They consider that, quote, home use, where the KDS is the King Deluxe, is all that really is. They consider that more professional. So the King Deluxe is here, still in its box, never used. Just to give you a quick example, you can see here that this is the exact same size as the King Deluxe stones. It's just that you've got two in one. So it's just a little smaller, not much, just a little. It's the exact same stuff though. You're getting zero difference as far as what's in it. So, and if you know me, and you've heard me before, I love my King stones. Some people, kind of crap on them, but I really, really enjoy them. But I'm going to run those up against my other favorites. I do have several favorites. And I've got my Shapton Glass 1000, and then I got my Kuramaku 1000. What we'll do is, because my Debato hasn't arrived yet, so what I plan on doing is declaring a winner out of this particular lineup. And actually, I'll let you guys help me to declare the winner. What we'll do is just a simple paper cut test. I'll do a display of the edges after we're done, and you guys can vote down below and tell me which ones you think fared better, right? Which edge looks better, which edge seems to cut better, sounds better. I know without having them in your hand, it's hard to tell. Without cutting food, it's hard to tell. And it's just kind of fun, right? Go back to the GoPro real quick, show you what we're doing. So it isn't really going to matter to use such like aogami or shiragami. I'm just going to use these inexpensive Japanese stainless steel that I have touted all over the channel before. I wanted to have all three Gyotos, but I got one Santoku. The thing is here, if you look at them, the edge bevel profiles are pretty much the same, and it's the exact same steel. You just got a little bit different of a profile. It's not going to make any difference as far as what we're doing here. So I'll just use these three. They are all dulled. I ran them across my little axe sharpening puck, and the edge is completely dead on all three of them. So you can see, like I'll press even, like nothing. I'm not bleeding. I'm not needing stitches. Nothing. So we'll do that and get her done. The giveaway for the Amakusa is next week, and I wanted to show you guys what it looks like, just so you get an idea. Well, I'll do it this way. I keep switching back and forth like an ADHD individual, which I think I have to a degree. But I have sealed this, which I don't know if you have to seal Amakusas. I know they can split and stuff. And there was what looked like a hairline crack starting. But it's sealed, and it's good to go. They're splash and go anyway, but don't soak them is kind of the idea behind it. But there it is, the good old Amakusa. That's what I'm giving away next week. So as always, the requirements are just to be a subscriber to the channel and to comment in these videos. You have until next, I think, Wednesday. So without further ado, we'll get started. I don't think I have any other announcements. When you guys do have packages going out, when you receive them, just let me know. Like, comment on a video and tell me what you think. Because the ones that I had to resend that I was telling you about, I threw some extras in there for you, just because. Like I said, I'm a man of my word. And if those other ones that are whatever lost, keep them too when they show up. So, all right, guys, let's get started. I'm excited. I guess it's kind of like I said, this is my relaxing stuff to do after work, and it's been an interesting weekend and already a day at work. So we'll get this going. I did have fun yesterday. The kids, we live out kind of in the country, and my son asked me if we could go target shooting, and we did yesterday, so we got to blow off some steam that way. So that was fun. How many of you guys enjoy that little sport or activity, going shooting, target shooting and whatnot, whether you shoot like clay skeet or something with a shotgun, or rifle shots or whatever, or competition shoot, whatever. Let me know who enjoys that too. I'm going to start with the Giotto. I'm going to start with the King 1000. We're just doing 1000 edges here too. At some point we'll switch to the others. After we declare a winner, maybe I'll do another set of stones to go against the winner. We may not do 3 each time. I'm going to do 3 this time. But maybe we'll just sub in it. So whatever's the winner here will go up against, I don't know, maybe the Arashiyama 1K or the Syrax or whatever. But when the Debato does get here, I am going to compare separately the Syrax 1000, the Altstone 1000, and the Debato 1000. Just FYI. But yeah, let me know what else you guys like to see, like which grits, like give me grit categories, and we'll get her done. So here we go. This is what I always talk about when I reference, it feels like my Kingstone, or it sounds like my Kingstone, or that pasty feel. So listen to this real closely. This is probably one of my absolute favorite sounds ever. I love it. Man, it's so satisfying. I got to figure out what on earth is shaking here, though, because I don't like that. That'll drive me crazy. Crazy. You guys have a good weekend? I know I meant to put up a video yesterday. I just didn't get a chance. Like I was doing stuff with the kid, number one, but number two, work has just been killing me lately. But that's all right. One day I'll be able to do this full time and I won't have to worry about it, right? Huh. A little bitty burr already. You can feel it starting. Man, I love this King 1000. It's a good stone. I don't know why so many people have to hate on them. There we go. All right, yeah. Whenever you hear the other stones, you'll hear the difference. I guess all stones are somewhat similar. Of course, the higher grits you go, the smoother and glassier they sound, But that pasty sound, for some reason, I love it. I believe I could actually go to the next side if I wanted to, but I'm going to give it one more set of passes, and then we'll go ahead and move. I mean, I have a significant burr. It's a fast cutter. I let it soak, because this is a soaking stone. I let it soak for 10 minutes before we started. The other 2 are splash and go. So that's kind of a good little test, right? A little splash and go against a soaking kind of action here. Yeah, I mean, top to bottom, she's good. But I'm going to, like I said, give it one more pass. My little King getting so much hate. Very light pressure. I mean, I'm giving some, but not much. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we are, man, that's good. We are good to move. Let's move on over. It's going to be a little longer video today, probably. I'll probably edit it down a little bit. Just some of the redundancy stuff. So I'll try to say all the funny things in the unedited parts. Good Lord. help, people. I need help. Appreciate all you guys that are subscribing and those of you that are sticking with me through it. And we're going to start changing some things up as far as like, I'm going to get some better cameras here soon, and I'm going to do some different angles. I'm going to do some of these. I've decided some of the videos I'm going to do in my kitchen, and that way I can have like some tomatoes to slice after the fact and give not only a paper cut test, but give, you know, like I've talked about, a food test, because you can make a knife slice paper, but it can be absolute garbage at cutting a tomato, or and especially if that's what your knife is going to be designed to do, is cut not cardboard boxes, right? I'm not going to take one of these to go in a warehouse and break boxes down. I mean, it might be kind of cool, I guess, but that's not what I'm going to do. So yeah, do like different tomatoes and turnips and, you know, some of the bigger knives. Do like squash or cantaloupe, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to do different places in my house, that just different environments and different camera angles and different close-ups. And I got a new microscope too. You guys will see that when I flash up these edges today. Man, it's a cool microscope. The other ones, I mean, they worked, right? They got the job done, but they weren't HD. They claimed that they were HD. They're not. They were like 720p, which I guess technically, if you want to get down to brass tacks, that is HD, because that's what HD was back in the day. But I'm talking 1080p or higher. So had an Amazon Lightning deal. I don't know if Amazon sabotages you guys' bank accounts the same way they do mine, but they came up with a freaking Lightning deal. It was a microscope I've been looking at. It's normally like around 200 bucks. And I say that, it probably was like, I don't know, 180, 190, something like that. And they're like $65. Well, how can you say no to that? Thanks, Jeff Bezos. That dude was smart. People can hate on him all they want for certain things, but when it comes to business model and business ideas, that dude, man, he did it. All right, we should be gravy. Okay, got a good burr all the way to the tippy tip. We're just going to do our burr removal. I say removal, I'll just call it reduction, because essentially that's what it is. It doesn't ever completely go away with the speed and whatnot that I do it at. Sometimes it does, but so we're going to do alternating strokes, 5 strokes total, 1 for each side. So I guess total of 10. This is going to be edge leading, and this will flip our burr over back and forth. Very light pressure. Just kind of letting my fingers rest on it to guide it and make sure it stays on the stone. And this way it flips that burr back and forth and cuts it off as we go. Once we do that, we'll do stropping strokes, which will be edge trailing instead of leading. It's simply the same as sharpening strokes, but we're going to alternate each stroke. Make sure that our burr has been reduced / removed. I could do a couple more because I still kind of feel some hanging on back there. And with this stainless steel, some steels just do it anyway, but with this stainless steel, it's a little softer. You'll have that more. I think I'd mentioned that Serbian knife that I showed you guys, which I'll do a video on it if anyone's interested. Just simply for a standpoint of like why I would recommend maybe not to get one unless you just really want the aesthetic. But I can't say it's a terrible, terrible knife. It's just not ideal. And the steel, it's always, unless you get one of those ones that are guaranteed high carbon that are a lot of money, they're all like cheap Chinese steel. Anyway, but that one is made of, the one I have, of 4 CR13. And I'm going to tell you, it was hard even getting burrs off of there with a strop. So This is our edge trailing strokes, stropping strokes, whatever you want to call them, folks. But yeah, if you guys want to see that Serbian knife, let me know. Like I said, it cuts. And you can put an edge on it, and it'll hold it, because it's 4CR's decent carbon content. And as long as you're not out there trying to cut nails like the current trend with knives on the interwebs, I mean, I believe it would stand up to some relatively decent use in the kitchen. Okay, we are good there. I'm going to wipe it off. I'm actually going to go ahead and strop it, and I'm going to set it to the left over here. So we'll go ahead and give my most premiered strop just a few strops here. We're not going to do a ton. This is a Flex Cut strop using Flex Cut's 1 micron stropping compound. And then we'll move to the next stone. Okay, wipe it off one more time. I mean, she feels good. I mean, not that I really doubt it. It's that king stone. I love that king. So I'm going to set it leftmost here. All right. So we'll go ahead and use my Sabatoru. Actually, if you guys notice, that's the wrong one. Dang it. Pay attention. No real load up on this stone. I'm not saying that the king stones won't load up. There's a little back here. Actually, that just wiped off. They'll load up some, and they're not immune to it. So don't think I'm sitting here telling you they never will. But if you see that compared to the other stones, especially like the Syrax, there's nothing. Here, I'll even run the rust eraser over it, taking off a decent amount of stuff. And it looks pretty much the same. So that's something to keep in mind too with those. And again, just because they don't cost a bunch of money like some of the other stones, it doesn't mean anything. All right, wipe this thing off. Oh, also to let you guys know, I have lapped / flattened each stone the exact same way. And the way that was with the Chef Knives to Go 140 diamond plate, their flattening plate. I'm bringing it over to show you since I set the stone over there. It's this guy. It's like 29 bucks on Chef Knives to Go. Recommend it. It's cheap and it flattens stones. All right, we're gonna go to this bad boy here. I'm not changing the water. It's just gonna have to deal. And what I mean by that is me. I'm just gonna have to deal because that's something that bothers me. Whatever. When I flattened this one, realized how much I had neglected it, which is not good. It was very not flat. I did have an extensive sharpening session with it the last time I used it though. So splash and go, here we go. Getting the paper towel real quick, wiping this stuff down that I keep splashing. Come on, brah. So let's listen to the differences in the sound here. It's not a ton of difference, but it's a difference. It's not as pasty, and the 1000 is definitely different, but this is going to be another Gyoto. The Santoku I'll do with the glass stone. All right, and here we go. So yeah, difference in sound, somewhat similar, but not like greatly similar. Like the king was more pasty. I'm using the same pressure as I always do, but as I did with the other, I can tell you that the burr at the first pass is not the same as it was on the king, but there is one. I definitely need more. I'm going to do the exact same amount of passes. I'm going to do 3 on each side for each knife on each stone. So we'll get to the next. I'm actually glad I get to make a video. I was actually like I said, I wanted to do it this weekend, but I didn't get to, and I apologize. I missed you guys. All right, that's better, significantly better. It's not as much here, but it's like massive difference back here. So that's a really large burr. There is a burr, but it's not as big as it is back here in the back. And again, that's no big deal. As you can see here with this Shapton Kuramaku 1000, it isn't loading really either. I don't really see anything. I don't know what that is. It was like a piece of rubber, it felt like. There's 1,000 grip particles in the water, but I don't care. It's fine. All right, last pass. I may touch it up a little if there's needing some stuff on the tip. So. I really appreciate the discussions too that we've been having on the videos, guys. I like that. I like when you guys answer the other guys too, if I don't get a chance to right away. I really appreciate that. I value you guys' opinion just as much as anything I've learned anywhere. I had to work on that because it wasn't very much up here. But we are good with that burr. We can go ahead and move to the other side. Ooh, I may need to do something back there in the back. That could be the knife geometry. Because these knives, I mean, they're not like super QC giants or anything like that. But yeah, so I appreciate, like I said, all the commentary. I don't even mind constructive criticism. If I'm screwing up or doing something wrong and you guys catch it, I want to know about it. Don't be dicks about it. But I say that because there's always the one, right? Reddit is always the best for that. You get some of the guys that I just think they just go there to troll. I understand it, whatever. It's part of the internet. If you can't be on the internet without getting your feelings hurt, well, maybe don't get on the internet. But, but yeah, there's guys that I just love to just do that. But yeah, constructive criticism. I'm all about it. I learn every day. So, and I'm not afraid to learn. I absorb knowledge. All right. This actually, like when referring to how this sounds and feels versus the king, it's more scratchy. I know that the other one kind of actually sounds pretty scratchy with that pasty thing going on, but scratchy is the best way to describe the sound and the feeling, I guess. As expected, being that we're flipping the burr over initially, and obviously we are grinding on this side too. That burr that was on this back side is now over here, but it's over there complete and evenly. So we'll go ahead and keep her going. Somebody suggested too a video that was just basically my stones. So what I could do is just a video that pulls them out, demonstrates or talks about them, or I could break them up kind of into compartments, and maybe, I don't know, maybe what we could do is in the first video I could demonstrate them all to you as far as like what they are, show them to you, line them up and that kind of stuff, and then take 1 or 2 of them, use them, Then the next video, use several of them, kind of like we're doing here, and just kind of like give them a little bit of a debut, I guess. If that's something you'd be interested in, let me know. Did I do 3 times? I don't know. I don't think, no, that's 2. Don't really need to, but I'm going to go real lightly. But yeah, I think that could be fun if that's what you want. I'm here for you guys, so whatever you want, you let me know. I could like post up a list in text form and you guys could choose, you know, which ones you want to see or whatever. Anyway, just something to think about, food for thought, something to comment about, helps you enter into that contest. All right, so just like the other, we're going to do edge leading strokes, 5 of them alternating. Reduce that bar, baby. Actually, one of these knives here, I've got one upstairs, the Santoku. I think I've told you the story. I'll tell it again, though. My wife is notorious for taking any knives. I don't care what it is. Cheap knives, expensive knives, whatever. And she'll take a bowl or a cup and she'll fill it with water and she'll throw knives, spoons, forks, everything all in the same dish. Let them soak to, you know, loosen up any particles because we hand wash our dishes. She doesn't like using the dishwasher. It's so weird. But she prefers to hand wash them, doesn't feel that they get clean enough in the dishwasher. That's fine, whatever. So we take turns, but anyway, but I always cringe when I see the knives and stuff tossed in like I said, in the glasses or the bowls with water. One time, I had gotten a brand new Moritaka, and I left it upstairs because I want her to use them. I mean, they're great knives, right? And she always complains about how like her Pampered Chef knives don't hold up and stuff like that. So I got I got that Moritaka. I put it up on the magnet block upstairs, and I come home from work one day, and I'll be damned if that Moritaka was not sitting in like this giant beer stein like glass that she had used to mix up something in. I don't know. But it was, oh my God, it was sitting in that water. And if this was, it was longer than this, obviously, but if this is it, it was up to here with water. And there was literal, like, floating food particles and shit all in that glass. And I was like, oh my God, that knife was not some $20 Walmart knife. Let's not do this. Of course, she thought I was getting onto her, and I wasn't. I was just like, whoa, let's maybe be more conscious. And it wasn't the time of the month that I should have maybe done things like that. If any of you guys catch my meaning there. She said a few choice words about my knives and blah, da, 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 da. So I don't keep them upstairs anymore. I keep these upstairs. The reason I told you that story is there's a Santoku up there. There's one of these two. I reach for these a lot times, more than other knives, just simply because I like the way that they cut whenever they're nice and sharpened. No, they don't last forever, but these are actually pretty good little performers. One of my friends on Reddit, I actually sent him one. We got to talking over knives and stuff, and he actually was pretty impressed with what it is for the price. Like I said, they're like $9 at TJ Maxx or Home Goods if you have one of those around you. They're about 20 on Amazon, but give it the same strippy stroppy. Comment down below so far what you think between the Shapton and the King. Which do you think sounded better? What do you think sharpen better. Let's get some predictions too. What do you predict is going to be the winner? We'll let you do a guess, and then we'll have an official vote on it. All right, we'll wipe this one off. Just so we know, because the last one's a Santoku, we don't have to worry about. So the first one is sitting right over here. I'm going to take this one and place it over here on my other stones, just so it's out of the way. That way I know. So the first one's right to my left, the other one's on the stones, and now we'll grab the Santoku. I'm probably like going nuts from the last several days at work. Anyway. And we'll be able to tell them apart. Dry this guy off, and then we're going for the glass, baby. All right. Shapton glass 1000 time. I mean, there's no doubt that all these are good stones. And there's no doubt that each and every one of these are going to sharpen a knife. Doesn't matter the cost. The skill, of course, has more to do with anything. I mean, clearly, having good equipment does not, hurt. Santoku. But yeah, skill. I've seen people sharpen on bricks. All right. Here we go. Good old Shapton glass. Now we'll hear the... Now we'll hear the... Now we will hear the difference between the Shapton glass and the Kuramaku and the king. I think I got it that time. Again, she's dull. Not filleting my fingers open. Here we go. Let's listen. You can see way more difference. And again, it isn't loading, but you can see how much we're taking off with the white alumina. So I finally remembered what it says, because it says, you know, these are made from WA abrasive, which is white alumina. And the 16,000 grit, I've always said that it's CA, and I couldn't remember exactly what that stood for. Ooh. I need to pause this for a little station identification here. That is a very significant burr already. That feels good. I may have done a little bit more pressure than normal. I don't know. But still, that's pretty doggone good. Anyway, so the 16,000 grit is different. You'll see that it says CA, and that's calcined alumina. So it's all still obviously ceramics, but it's calcined alumina, which is a little different. So I need to look up what that actually is and what's different about it, you know. Thought about picking up a couple more rock stars here, since it's essentially, or not essentially, it is confirmed by Shapton that the Rockstar series is the glass series, just no glass backing and thicker. Thought about getting the 220. Can never have too many lower grit. I've got so many higher grit stones, like 1000s and ups. 1000s and ups. 1000 and up. Good Lord, I think I need a nap. But when it comes to lower grit stones, I don't have a ton. I mean, I do have some, but I need more. So I was thinking about getting a lower, like a 220 in the Rockstar, because I've got one glass 220. I actually have 2 glass 220s. I forgot about that. But still, that and probably maybe a 4,000. I think that'd be fun. Feels so good. That's one thing you can never, ever, ever take away from Shapton glass. They feel amazing. All of them. Even the lower grit ones. I know some people actually hate the Shapton glass 220. They hate the, for sure, I don't know whether I've ever heard them talk about anything lower than the 220 for the glass. But I know for sure there's a lot of posts of people hating on the 120 Kuramaku. Man, my 120 is an amazing stone. I don't know if they just don't know how to use it or what, but all right, let's break on through to the other side. How long is this video? How long are we getting? Are we actually doing good? Let's look. Oh, that's not bad at all. I'm hustling. Come on now. Yeah, I really, like I said before, I appreciate the subs, guys. I've had pretty consistent growth, and that's thanks to you, all of you, giving the views and the likes and the comments and stuff, and it's getting the word out there, and I really appreciate it. We're getting really close to that first giveaway. Well, I say first giveaway. We're getting really close to the first subscriber number giveaway for 500. I've decided what I'm going to do, because before I talked about maybe I'd give away some of these a little bit more inexpensive ones or whatever that I'm doing right here, but I've actually changed that because you guys have been so good about, you know, commenting and like supporting. I'm actually going to get, and not like a $500 whatever, but maybe like a you know, an $80 or $100 bunka or something. You know, we'll figure it out. I'll look at what's available at the time. It'll be a drop ship to you, so I'll pay for it and then I'll send it to you, like through a drop ship. Unless you would like for me to sharpen it first, if you would, I'll get it delivered here. I'll sharpen it, I'll make a video on it, sharpening it, document it, and then send it to you. That's up to you, of course, whoever the winner is. But yeah, it's the least I could do for all the support. And then once we can hit monetization, you know, because that doesn't come until you have 1,000 subscribers. It's 1,000 subscribers and I think 3 million, no, 1,000 subscribers and so many hours of watch time or something. I don't remember. Anyway, once we do that and I can get some monetization, I'll increase the type of things for the giveaways at each interval, because we'll go 500,000, 2,000, and so on. And then once we get all that monetization stuff going, I'll change it to things such as a Moritaka, right? Or different things, just whatever. Just kind of spitballing, so giving you guys kind of my brain as to where it's at and what I'm thinking. All right. We're doing our burr reduction. Also, and I'm sure you can tell, right? So it's not probably like any kind of news here. I don't script any of this stuff. The only thing that's scripted is I think about what I'm going to do, right? So for example, I thought I'm going to get these stones and these knives and do this particular thing for you. And I thought about that the other day whenever I was wanting to do it over the weekend. Aside of that, everything that I talk about is all off the top of my head, not scripted, so you're getting me in real time. And I hope it's not annoying. If it is, I apologize. I'll do some more scripted stuff, but I figure being raw and real is more what people want anyway. That's what I want. I would rather have a person that's not reading off of a piece of paper. Not that that's anything wrong with that. Please understand that I don't think that that's a bad thing. But I just like being pure, raw, genuine, whatever. Off the cuff, thinking about it. Whatever you want to say. Man, you can see so much more on this stone. I've always told you guys I'll be honest with you, so that's a fact. Anything you ever ask me, I'll answer truthfully. Anything that I detect in a product I'm given to review, I'll 100% be honest. If I think it's amazeballs, I'm going to let you know. If I think it's garbage, well, we're doing that too then. All right, how do we feel? I'll give it one more little scoop on each side. Then we'll strippy strap. Go ahead and do this real quick since I'm here. Super easy cleanup. I don't even know that was really built up enough for me to really need to do that. There was a couple little spots, but none of the 1,000 grit stones loaded. I don't know if you guys were paying attention to that. And I need, I guess, maybe to clarify too. It's not really a big deal if it does load up, but it's just something that I notice, from the higher grit stones, of course, versus some of the lower grit stones. Some lower grit stones load up too. The only thing about load up is that it can take away time, because the only thing it is just steel getting trapped in there, and you can easily remove it with a rust eraser like I just used. And it takes us a few extra seconds, but for those that are counting seconds, it could be a difference. I think I need to reload this with some compound. I don't know how effective this is going to be. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and wipe off our little itch. Welcome back. Sorry, I'm in a mood today, guys. Okay, so we've got some good edges on all of them. I'm going to go in reverse order here, so I'll start with this guy, our Shapton glass. Actually, let me take this real fast. I'll go ahead and wipe this guy down. I'm going to put him in my little dry section because it's going to bug me. I'm definitely OCD, if not a little ADHD, I can promise you that. Oh, all right. Hoorah. Okay, here she is. We'll grab us, oh God, don't go away. Grab us this here piece from the Grizzly catalog. Got some Grizzly equipment that I love. Shapton glass 1000. Here we go. Let you listen to it, see how it glides through first. That's like butter. I pulled through, but I could have finished it off easily. Let's do a push cut. Come here, you. I know you can do it. There we go. I don't know if it just wasn't catching or what. I don't know. That's interesting. Let me do something here. It could just be where I was at. Oh yeah. No. Huh. Okay, maybe. Oh no, all right. I mean, whatever. I'm gonna use the same piece of paper. I'm gonna set this over here. I may need to strop it a little bit more. Like I said, there was some compound. So I put this guy over there on my stones. This is the Kuramaku. All right, so we'll glide through, same piece of paper. Pretty good. Push cut. That's no hesitation. And that sucked. I mean, there's a rip there, so let me turn this. Yeah, so that's pretty doggone good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to strop this a little bit more on my hanging strop, and I'm going to look at the edge real quick too, just to see. I'm going to set this here. Now I'm going to grab the king. So we'll let you listen to it on this same piece of paper here. Ooh. Turn it as long ways as I can because I don't have, I'll get another piece over there, but. Get over here. Okay. Get another piece, there's just not enough there. Let me grab this guy. I was messing with this one earlier, so I'm gonna cut this off. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I'm gonna put this to the right. We're gonna hang strop this guy. This is, I wonder if I can move it to where you can see it. Why not? There we go. This is a Snake Eye Tactical hanging strop. $14 on Amazon. It's super, I say super thick. That might not sound enticing to some people, but it's, I mean, it's a good quality strop, good thick material. It's not some of that cheap junk you get sometimes. And I did see a piece of burr come off, so maybe that was it. Give it a couple on the back. There's no compound on this strop. It is completely dry. I removed any compound that was on it. I don't know if you can see that. It had some green compound, but I removed it. Wiper off. Santoku. Piece of paper. Oh, that's the difference already. Woo! Well, I think we still got some hangs. That's really sad. I mean, because there we go. So it just must have some burr issues. That's fine. We'll look at it under the microscope. So this one here is the glass. This one here is the king. This one here is the Kuramaku. So Maku King glass. I'll give you guys a shot of it. Pop it up here right now under the microscope, my new microscope. You tell me which one's the winner. I don't think that my technique had anything to do with it. We'll look, we'll see, we'll be able to tell under the microscope. And the Shapton glass is a great stone. There's no way that it's not. But, you know, who knows? Maybe it just needed a few more passes. Maybe, maybe this knife has a couple of struggles, whatever. But you tell me what you think, and then we'll choose where to move from here. Which one's going to challenge that stone next? So the winner is, like I said, is going to move on to another duke out, and they're going to duke each other out. They're going to dookie on each other. God, I need to quit. I'm sorry. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Remember, the giveaway for the Amakusa Japanese Natural Stone is next week, next Wednesday. I don't know the date. I'm sorry. On the next video, I'll release another video this week. I'll tell you the date then, or I'll post it in the comments too. But that's next Wednesday. That's for the Amakusa. We're going to have another quick little pop-up quote giveaway just for some simple little things. Some board butter, knife, wax and stuff like that. Just go ahead and comment down below. Make sure you're a subscriber. I'll announce that this weekend on Saturday. So we'll have a little pop-up drawing is what I like to call them for Saturday. Wednesday is the big boy. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Leave some comments below. Tell me your thoughts. And then we'll see you in the next one. Peace. Love you.